Hello, I am coming to you from the Pangrujan Korean restaurant on Mactan Island, not far from the Mactan New Town. Now, upstairs, there are KTV rooms, which is karaoke TV. Downstairs, excellent Korean food, and this restaurant is open 24 hours a day. I've already eaten here several times and the food was delicious. If you're new here, my name is Mike, and I talk about life abroad, retirement, and what it's really like living in the Philippines as a foreigner. Today, I want to share something more personal with you, what I like most about living here in the Philippines. Moving here has been one of the biggest decisions of my life, and like any big move, it came with risks, adjustments, and challenges. But it also came with blessings, new experiences, and a new way of living that I've come to truly appreciate. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the top 5 things that I like most about living here in the Philippines. What I like to do on my channel is focus more on the positives than the negatives. And I find that there's more positives than negatives for me to live here in the Philippines. The first thing that I really appreciate is the simple lifestyle. Back in the US, life felt like it was always moving at high speed. Everything was scheduled, deadlines were constant, and even retirement planning felt like another full-time job. The cost of living, the stress of keeping up, and a busy lifestyle, it all started to feel overwhelming. Here in the Philippines, things slow down. People aren't in such a rush all the time, and that really makes you be able to pause and catch your breath. For example, I don't feel pressured to chase after the latest car, the biggest house, or the next material possession. Instead, I enjoy little things, having a coffee in the morning, reading about the latest news events, or just sitting outside and watching the sunset. Life is much simpler here, but in a good way. It doesn't mean that there aren't challenges, but simplicity allows you to focus on what really matters: your health, relationships, and enjoying each day. The Philippines has taught me that happiness isn't always about having more. It's often about appreciating what you already have. And personally, for me, I do like to keep busy, primarily with this YouTube channel. I have the freedom to keep just as busy as I want to be. The second thing I like most is being retired here and having the freedom to set my own schedule. When I was working, my time didn't belong to me. I was on someone else's clock with bosses, deadlines, and driving a truck until 3 in the morning, which I don't miss working those hours. Even when I had time off, I was often thinking about the responsibilities and the next task waiting for me. Now that I'm retired in the Philippines, my time finally feels like my own. I can wake up when I want to. If I want to spend the morning reading, I can. If I want to go for a walk, visit friends, or just relax, I don't have to ask anyone's permission or schedule time off of work. One of the things I really enjoy is creating YouTube content on my own terms. I'm not bound by an 8 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. schedule. I film when I feel inspired, edit when I have the energy, and upload when I want to share something meaningful. Just like this video, this flexibility keeps life exciting without the pressure of a strict timetable. There's something very rewarding about having control over your own day. Retirement in the Philippines isn't just about not working. It's about living life on your own terms. And this is the number one reason why I retired at the earliest possible point in my life as I could and made that trip across the Pacific Ocean here to the Philippines. The third thing, and honestly one of the biggest reasons why I love living here, is the people. Filipinos are friendly, respectful, and incredibly hospitable. And what you won't find in the Philippines is aggressive people getting in your face, yelling and screaming. That's more of an American thing. When you live abroad, especially in a country like the Philippines, the way that locals treat you can make all of the difference in the world. Here in the Philippines, I've found people to be warm and welcoming, whether it's neighbors greeting me with a smile, strangers offering to help if I look lost, or friends inviting me to join in on family gatherings. There's always this sense of openness. Respect is also a big part of the culture, from the way younger people say po and apo to elders, to the way family ties are valued. You really feel that respect is woven into everyday interactions. And as a foreigner, I've noticed that people treat me kindly, often with a level of respect I didn't always experience back home. And then there's the hospitality. If you're ever invited to a Filipino home, you know what I'm talking about. They will feed you, make you feel at home, and sometimes insist that you eat more even when you're already full. My advice? Come hungry. It's just part of the culture here. Living here has shown me the power of community. Filipinos have taught me that relationships and kindness matter more than material wealth. And that lesson alone makes my life richer. The fourth reason why I enjoy living in the Philippines is the lower cost of living. Let's be real. Retirement money doesn't stretch as far back in the US or other Western countries. Housing, food, healthcare, utilities, it all adds up. And if you're on a fixed income, it can be stressful trying to make everything balance. Here in the Philippines, my money goes a lot further. Rent is cheaper, food is more affordable, especially if you buy local, and even services like transportation or hiring help are within reach. For example, I can go to a local market and buy fresh fruits, vegetables, and fish for a fraction of what I would have paid in the US. Eating out at most restaurants is also affordable, and it doesn't break the bank. Healthcare is another factor. While it's not perfect, it's much less expensive than in the US. And if you need private care, you can often get quality treatment for a fraction of the cost. Of course, there are trade-offs. You may not always get the same level of technology or speed as you would in the States, but overall, the lower cost of living makes life here much more manageable. It takes away the stress of worrying whether you'll outlive your savings. This financial breathing room allows me to enjoy life more fully instead of stressing about bills. I can focus on experiences like traveling to new islands, trying out different foods, or simply enjoying everyday life without the constant pressure of money worries. The fifth thing that I appreciate most isn't bound by monetary limitations of what your dollar can buy you here. It's not about being able to live like a king, which is not common for most foreigners here anyway. It is about having the time and space to reflect on my life, both the mistakes I've made in the past and the goals I've set for the future. When you're younger, life is all about pushing forward, building a career, raising a family, paying off bills. There's rarely time to pause and really think about where you're going or what you've learned. But retirement in the Philippines has given me the gift of reflection. I've had the chance to look back at mistakes, times I didn't save enough, decisions I rushed, or opportunities I missed. Instead of beating myself up about those choices, I use them as lessons. The slower pace here gives me the chance to think deeply and grow from my past. At the same time, I also look forward. Retirement doesn't mean life is over. It just means a new chapter has started. Living here has allowed me to set new goals and create a new vision for myself. That includes continuing to grow this YouTube channel, meeting new people, traveling around the Philippines, and maybe even giving back to the local community in small ways. Life here gives me balance, reflection on the past, peace in the present, and hope for the future. So let's sum up a few closing thoughts. Here are the 5 things that I like most about living in the Philippines. A simple lifestyle that helps me focus on what truly matters. The freedom of retirement and being able to set my own schedule. The warmth of Filipinos, their friendliness, respect, and hospitality. The lower cost of living, which gives me financial peace of mind. The time to reflect on my past and look forward to future goals. Now, don't get me wrong, life in the Philippines isn't perfect. There are challenges like dealing with visa requirements or the occasional power outage or adjusting to cultural differences. But when I weigh the good against the bad, the good far outweighs the struggles. For me, the Philippines has become more than just a place to retire. It has become home. Home is where your heart is, and my heart is right here in the Philippines. It's where I've found peace, freedom, community, and a deeper sense of purpose. So if you're considering moving here or even just visiting, I encourage you to experience it for yourself. The Philippines has a way of surprising you, teaching you, and showing you what really matters in life. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear what you appreciate most about the Philippines or what you're looking forward to if you're planning to move here. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click or tap that bell notification because it'll make it easier for you to catch future content. Plus, it'll help grow this new YouTube channel. Until next time, take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.